Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Kaspa. I wanted to do a little bit of an update. I mean, Kaspa has been on my watch list, so I keep an eye on this basically every day. Wanted to give you my thoughts. I think the market situation for Kaspa is quite interesting right here. I think there are some good opportunities. If you like range trading, then there are definitely a lot of opportunities. I personally don't like that. But a range, which we'll get into that in a moment, does mean that there are possibilities for a breakout as well. Right, so that's what we'll talk about. We'll do a full update. Kaspa in general also has been like on certain watch lists I keep an eye on. It's also been towards the bullish side of things. So in general, interesting to keep an eye on. And Kaspa in general has a very strong community, right? So coins with a strong community, and also with some sort of a use case. All right, Kaspa in theory has a use case, and a convincing use case. If you think that Bitcoin has a use case, Kaspa has that as well. Now we can argue a lot about whether Kaspa is better than Bitcoin or not, etc., and what they're doing with I think KRC20 tokens, what type of effect that will have. We can do that, but I won't. All right, but in general, like I said, fundamentals are good with the community and what they're building. So for me, if we look at Kaspa right here, purely technically, if you zoom out to the 12-hour time frame, I would say we're consolidating, and I don't think you can say a lot against that. For me, as you can see, the EMAs right here are relatively flat. We have a very strong support level around 15 cents. We have a very strong resistance level at 17.5 up to like 18.5 cents. And we have been bouncing around in that level for the majority of the time with a couple of fake outs. As you can see, you could also say that the consolidation is a little bit bigger, but that I don't think helps a lot of people. But for me, we've been consolidating in this area basically for the entirety of the last month. On the 4-hour time frame, I think this is also a very convincing consolidation. So that means that if we are consolidating right now, at some point of time, that consolidation is going to break. And it's a long-term consolidation, so then we can have a lot of volatility and we can have a lot of momentum in both directions. All right, and so far I would say that the momentum towards the supply side, so the momentum we saw at the end of June right here when we broke out, but also the momentum right here at the beginning of June when we broke out, is usually stronger. All right, so for me, that's a sign that we are more bullish than bearish. Like I said, on my watch lists that I do trust, it's coming from some very solid sources. It's also bullish. All right, so for me, I'm actually a little bit more bullish on Kaspa than bearish. Now, then the question becomes, well, all right, well, you are bullish. Do you expect a bullish breakout then? No. All right, at this point of time, I don't really see any reason why we would break out. Very, very slowly, you can see that the open interest right here is increasing, right? Let me do this. So here you can see the open interest. It is increasing, but it's a bit of a mixed bag, all right? You can also see that it's also longs being closed. It's shorts being opened. I think it's mostly longs being opened. That's why we're also bullish. But then we are at the resistance level we need to break above right now at 17.5 cents. To break above that, I would say we need more momentum. All right, so if we gain a lot more momentum, like we did right here, for example, like here we gained a lot of momentum and then we broke out. So if something like this happens, and hopefully you can see this, but if something like that happens, then great. All right, then we can break out. But for now, I would say it's both mixed momentum. So it's a lot of short positions being opened as well, and it's not enough. So then I don't see enough of a reason for me to tell you that this market structure that we've been in for such a long period of time, that we're going to break if there's no momentum. And Bitcoin itself, well, if Bitcoin breaks out, that's great, but otherwise it's also not going to be a big effect. So for now, I think it's most likely this consolidation will hold. I do think, for reasons given earlier, that if we break out, a bullish breakout is the most likely one. But if that actually happens, if I think the circumstances are good enough for that, I'll let you know. All right, so for now, I think that's what you need to know in general. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and bye.